watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
We are in the second day of our Time for Kids series on Dr. Daryl Treffert Studios, and the work that continues to be done with those who are neurodivergent and have autism.
Our Jalen Banks goes in depth on Dr. Treffert's approach when treating those with disorders.
The Treffert approach consists of 6 components. 3 of them, however, dig deeper and get down to the core of who we all are: human. A focus that was not always a priority when treating individuals.
Having curiosity, being curious, instead of judgmental, I think way ahead of his time.
Seems to make sense, but when he was doing it in the 80s and 90s, this was a new concept.
One of the human-focused approaches is strength-based focus, honing in on the strengths of an individual.
To see a medical professional to be so human and to look within that person, and that's really where he describes somewhere is an island, and we have to find that island and grow it. That is amazing, right? Because that's human, and that's all of us.
The next is nature and natural environment, teaching and learning outside or through motion and play.
Nature and the natural environment. And we all respond differently to nature. It's healing. And children learn best in integrated and inclusive environments. We all do. We have so much to learn from each other. But oftentimes we segregate people based on different sorts, right? You know, whatever heuristics we have.
Lastly, nurturing relationships, emphasizing how relationships are the foundation to acceptance to one another.
Talk a lot about relationships. It's all about relationships. Everything is relational. And so the friction points that exist when we don't understand each other kind of wear on all of us. And that fit is about relationship. Healing. All of us have traumatic events in our lives. The mitigating factor for all of us is a relationship. Just that one person that believed in us or listened to us. And Dr. Treffert has obviously been that for so many people.
That was Jalen Banks reporting. And through our Time for Kids partnership with SSM Health, tomorrow we conclude our series on Dr. Treffert, and Jalen will be taking you inside SSM Health Treffert Studios, showing the time he spent there with the people at the studio.
New recommendations for breast cancer screenings are out today. The new guidelines are more consistent with the ones set out by the American Cancer Society. They call for those at average risk and who were assigned female at birth to get a mammogram every other year, starting at 40 years old instead of 50, and recommend this through age 74.
Preventive Services Task Force hasn't recommended that women in their 40s get regular mammograms since 2002. And so I think this is a very positive change.
The updated recommendations do not apply to people with a personal history of breast cancer, a genetic marker, or a syndrome that may put them at a high risk for breast cancer, such as the BRCA1 or BRCA2 genes, or those with a history of high-dose radiation therapy to the chest, or a history of high-risk breast lesions.
Some could get a little rain this evening. Alex rejoins us now with your complete forecast.
Eric, a little bit of rain's trying to enter southwestern Wisconsin as we speak right now as we track our weather system that's currently out across Minnesota and portions of central Iowa, where they have a tornado watch and some severe thunderstorm warnings near near Des Moines, and this line of storms is moving towards the east with a shower, as I meant to say, near Dubuque. Over Grant County, this will be on 18 to the west over Fenimore. These showers have been struggling to make it into southern Wisconsin, but I do think, looking at our radar returns here, that we're probably having some of those raindrops starting to make it to the ground. All part of the 3 things you need to know. That line of storms out across Iowa is what we'll be tracking as we go through the later evening hours. Then we trade that in for a breezy Wednesday, sunny skies, mild temperatures, a nice way to start off the first day of May. Alert day conditions, though, that next round of thunderstorms, we will do a little bit of tracking here during this main weather. Beautiful out there right now, up around 70 degrees, but it's dry out there. The air is dry. I'll mention why that's important in just a moment. Upper 60s, low to mid 60s, lower 70s across southern Wisconsin. You can't beat this for the end of April with generally calm winds out there too. But the humidity out there is low. 49-degree dew point in Madison, 45 in Janesville, 46 in Viroqua. Well, what does this really mean? It means as those showers try to enter southwestern Wisconsin, we got to get these dew points higher, approaching 60. Some moisture is trying to make it into the area. We need that moisture in order to make those thunderstorms allow to move into southern Wisconsin and for that rain to make it to the ground and not all just evaporate. There could be a strong storm or two as we head towards the 10 o'clock hour out towards the Mississippi River, but that chance is pretty low. Wind and hail would be the main threats. Equal likelihood of strong gusty winds and hail, but probably more likely sub-severe winds, gusty winds, 40, 50 miles per hour, and some pea-sized hail, maybe some lightning too. As this line moves into southern Wisconsin as we head towards 10 o'clock, scattered thunderstorms are key. Again, it's moving into an environment that's dry and that will promote those thunderstorms to space out a bit and fizzle somewhat. Some areas east of Madison over towards Watertown and maybe Janesville, no thunderstorms at all, just some shower activity as that line continues to dwindle. Nice start though to your Wednesday, sunny skies. Bit on the breezy side, like I mentioned, but it's going to be a nice day temperature-wise. Overnight tonight, quarter, half-inch of rain. If those thunderstorms can hold together, you might be lucky to squeeze out 3/4 of an inch to the north and west of Madison. Then we pivot to Thursday, another chance of isolated storms. Some of those storms could be on the strong side as well, but it really depends on, can we get some heating during the day? Will the warm front lift far enough to the north to get that warm air up here into southern Wisconsin? If it doesn't, we may not need alert day condition alert here on your Thursday. May end up being cooler on your Thursday as well, but showers and thunderstorms do look likely nonetheless. Good news is, as we move out into the future, on and off chances for rain, we need it, and staying warm.
And coming up in sports, it's win or go home for the Bucks. What Chris Middleton says is the key to keeping Milwaukee's season alive. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, and dirt are settling deep into your carpet fibers. Stanley Steamer removes the dirt you see and the dirt you don't. Your carpets aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Hanson's windows, roofing, siding, gutters, bathtubs, and showers are guaranteed. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 2 years.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like $100 instant savings when you buy 4 Michelin, BF Goodrich, or Uniroyal tires. 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil start at $22.99 after sale and rebate. And for all your power needs, assorted Blaine's brand vehicle batteries start at $43.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
The status for Giannis and Damian Lillard hasn't changed ahead of tonight's Game 5. The Bucks duo is still listed as doubtful, but that could change. We'll find out more when Doc Rivers talks at approximately 6:45. To the game now, though, it's simple. It's a must-win. The shorthanded Bucks need to find some way and somehow to beat the Pacers in order to keep their season alive and force another must-win game and send the series back to Indy.
Gotta try to protect home court, for one. And then the motivation is to try to get back here. You know, I've been in this situation a couple times where we've been able to force another game. And I've been on the other side when we haven't. You know, it could go either way, but, you know, each game is different. I mean, the season's not over yet. Still got another game to play, and the only way we keep playing is if we win this next one at home.
Badgers and Jets seem to just go hand in hand. You think of Jim Leonard, who played 3 seasons with the franchise, and Al Toon, who was taken 10th overall and is the member of the Jets Ring of Honor. And more recently, Joe Tippmann, who was selected in last year's draft, and now, of course, Braylon Allen, who gets to team up with his old teammate. And as far as Agent Zero goes, well, his focus from Wisconsin to New York hasn't changed. He just wants to win games.
Winning. I know our quarterback has a ring of his own, so I'm sure, you know, he's itching to get back and get a second one. So that's the goal. I know just as well as me that everybody has that same goal in mind. So look forward to winning some rings.
And speaking of winning, how's this for a pre-Mother's Day gift? Allen's first big purchase since being drafted, a brand new car for his mom. Might have a new leader in the clubhouse for the Son of the Year. He posted this video on Instagram with the caption, "Had to get Mama right." That's
I love that.
That's a high bar for
Very difficult. He couldn't wait till Mother's Day either. He had to get it done now. I saw the other day, he is the first NFL player born in 2004. So we're going to continue to hear at least the youngest player. Remember, we heard that as freshman year. All right, folks, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a good evening, everybody. Hope to see you back here tonight at 10.